Game's a little loud though. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a. Is this a bit way too loud though? Hold on. Hold on, I need to go into the settings here. Okay, that's a little better on my end. My mic is. Let me see here. Sorry, I haven't. Okay, I think we're good now. So, we're playing a game, just for the fun of it tonight, called Human Resource Machine. Which is a fun little game. There we go. Where we're working at a company, and we need to make our way up the company ladder. And so we're basically going to start here at in the main room. And the program revolves around writing computer code-ish in a simple manner. So right now we have our inbox. Yes, come on. So there we go. I'm gonna drag in some stuff from the inbox, and we can begin to like structure a little bit of code here. So something like that. So we take something from the inbox, put it in the outbox. Drag commands into the area. So this should be our first very simple thing. And if you see, it now begins to execute our commands. First floor done. And from here on, they're just going to be progressively more and more difficult. So now we have a jump command, which in programming terms would be go to. So we could go like that. So we go inbox, outbox, jump, go up here, and then continue from there. You can see it now does the same thing. There you go. Copy floor. Okay, so what do we get now? Image conveyor system is completely broken. That doesn't mean we have to take a break from work. Okay. Ignore the inbox for now and just set the following 3 letters to the outbox. Buck. So we can go copy from B to outbox. So this would essentially be our memory when we are programming. This would be our input. This would be our memory. This would be our output. And this is of course our processor. And he can hold 1 block, which would be our cache. So we're gonna copy that. Then we're gonna copy another piece of memory. And we're gonna send that out to the outbox. And we're gonna copy another piece of memory and outbox that as well. So we copy that. Send it out. Copy that. Send it out. Copy that. Send it out. Okay. Again, they're going to be more and more difficult as the game progresses here. For now, they are all fairly simple. Just verify that this is actually running. I have had some issues with the stream lately, so I just want to be absolutely sure that it is actually running as it should. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, great. Let's just let's continue where we left off. Okay, 3rd floor is done, or 3rd year. Scrambler handler. The conveyor system is fixed and just in time for you to get to work. The data won't collate itself. Okay, grab 2 things from the inbox and drop them into the outbox in the reverse order. Repeat until the inbox is empty. Got a new command. Feel free to use copy to blah blah. Okay, so we need to take whatever's here, reverse the order, and output it. So we're gonna go inbox, and then we need to store this in memory. So we're gonna store that there. Then we're gonna go inbox, and then send that straight to the outbox. We're gonna copy from our memory, send that to the outbox, and we're gonna jump back home. So store that in the memory, take the second input, send that out directly, copy from memory, send it out, and we're back to where we started. There we go. And when we progress later on in the game, we're going to begin to get like size challenges. Cutscene. Cool.
Back to work, everyone.
Local authorities are investigating.
Nice. Rainy summer. Okay. What do we need here? Personal rain cloud. I was never very good at that, so they have 3 fingers on each hand. Okay, for each true thing in the inbox, add them together and put the result in the out. Okay, so we basically just need to make a simple addition program. So we're gonna take something from the inbox, once again, store it in memory. Take something from the inbox, we're gonna add what we had in memory before, and we're gonna outbox the result. And then a loop to start everything all over. So we should put 5 down, pick up the 4, add it up to 9, and send it to the outbox. As John Smith says, this looks new. Well, it's actually a game from, I think, 2015. But it's very fun. I really like it, enjoyed it a lot. Okay, so now we can take this branch. The branches out here is often more difficult one. So let's try to do that. Option area, high performance, blah blah blah. Let's get on to the task at hand. Okay, for each thing in the inbox, triple it and outbox the result. Self-improvement tips. Where are we going with this? Please leave the high. Okay. So we're going to triple whatever's in the outbox. We're going to multiply it by 3. So we're going to inbox it and we have to store it to memory. And then add it again from memory and add it again. That should triple it. Outbox the result. Jump back. See if that worked. That looks like that 1 times 3 is 3. And minus 21. Perfect. And it went with 0 as well. Now we begin to get these challenges. We have the size challenge and the speed challenge. So the size challenge is how many commands we have out here. And the speed challenge is how many steps we use to solve the program. To solve the challenge. Or solve the floor. So in our case, we got the target in both of them. So we can continue to the elevator. We can see we now get these small lights here indicating that we completed both of the challenges. Octuplier room. So that probably means multiplied by 8 now. Okay, so we could do the same thing as before, just copy it there and then just keep adding. But that's not very efficient because we want to do this as quickly as we can. So what we're going to do is we're going to add it up. And then let me see, if we put it down now, we can go... So if we copy that down and then add it again. So we take an input, which let's say that's 1. And we copy it down and add it, then we have 2, we put it down and add it, then we have 4. And then we're going to do that again. I'm going to copy it down to memory, and we're going to add it again. So basically like going exponentially. Oh, and then outbox the result, like that. So 4 times 8 should be, what, 32? Looks like it's working. Completed the size challenge. What about the speed challenge? We did that one as well. Nice. Moving on then. More multiplication rooms. Okay, multiply by 40. So now we need to think. Inbox, copy 2, and add. Okay, so now we have times 2. And if we add again, we have times 3. And then we can... I'm just thinking what's the quickest way? Should we add now or should we copy 2? If you go add, that's the same as just copy to add. So because there's no difference whether we do this, where with the same number of steps, and in this case we would end with, let's take the 1, we would end up with 4, and in this case we would also end up with 4. So we're with the same level as before, but now we can add that down. So now we have 4, which adds, so that's 8. Oh, but it needs to hit 40. So you know what we're actually gonna do? Instead of copying that down there, we're gonna copy this over here instead. So we still have the 4 available. And then we're gonna add that 3 times. I don't know if this is the quickest way. So that would be, what, 4, 8, 16. Oh, no, don't add that one, of course. That would give us 16. And if we then add that one, we have 20. Which we then copy down and add an outbox. I'm not sure if this is the quickest way to do it, but we'll see if how we fare here. Let's see if we end up with 40 here. Yeah, so I messed that one up. Because that was 1 there. So we need to put a copy to there. Now we're getting somewhere. Question is if that was anywhere near. Yeah, so no, we didn't do very well here. So we could probably save a little bit by copy that down, we add it, then we get 2, we copy that down, add it again, then we have the 4, so we have 2 at the 0, and we have 4 in the hand, which we then copy to, oh, but there's no reason to copy it over, is there, unless we need it. We're gonna need, so we're gonna copy that down again, and add that again. So now we have 4 there, giving us 8 in the hand, which we're then gonna copy there. And add, giving us 16. Are we gonna end up with the same result as before? I think we are. We need to do it in 14 commands. So, copy to. So that would be, so we have 4 here, and we just put down an 8 here, which we then added. And we're now standing with a 16, which we can then copy down there and add. Also, instead of adding the 4 2 times, that's where we're going wrong here. We need to go 16 and then add the 8 again. Okay, so let's go add that, then we have 4. Copy that down there and add it. And then copy it down there. Now we have 8 there. And then we're gonna add that again, giving us 16, which we then copy to there. And then we add, no, hold on. copy to there, and then we add number 1. That's 2 16s. And then we add number 0, giving us 14 commands. So it's 3 times 40, should be 120. Yes. Yeah, there we go. Size challenge completed and speed challenge done. Nice. Okay. Zero Exterminator. I think this is null terminated strings. Send all things that are not 0 to the outbox. You've got a new command that jumps only if the value you are holding is 0, otherwise it continues to the next. Okay, so we need to set everything out that's not a 0. So we go inbox, jump up there if it's 0, otherwise we go to outbox, and jump. Simple as that. And we completed all the challenges as well. 0 preservation. Aha, so this is probably the opposite. Only set zeros out. Send only zeros to the outbox, exactly. So in this case, we are gonna go and jump like that. And if it's 0, we're gonna jump. This is basically if not 0, we have done here, right? Because if it's 0, we're gonna go back to where we were. If it's 0, we're gonna skip it. We'll go down to the outbox, and then we can jump all the... Whoops. And we can jump all the way back to start. So, it says, nope, not 0. That is 0. Set it out. And now we're just standing here, throwing away everything that's not 0. Beautiful. Oh, we didn't complete the speed challenge. The size was good, but we didn't complete the speed. How many steps did we complete of that? Okay, we need to remove 3 steps. That means the zeros need to have... Can we rearrange this? Because if we have a 0, we go there, 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 there. What if we put... Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this though. Put the outbox up here. And then we go, if it's 0, we're gonna jump up there. And otherwise we're gonna jump there. And then we're just gonna start the code by skipping that line. So we're starting our code by skipping the outbox. And then we're gonna go inbox. And then we just have 1 jump. So we're saving a jump. Every time we have a 0. Which should mean we're gonna solve the speed challenge now. Size is still the same. There we go. Beautiful. KittyCat12, hello and welcome to the stream. Sub-hallway, that probably means we're gonna learn about subtraction now. I never learned that, did you? Okay. For each 2 things in the inbox, first subtract the first from the second, put the result in the outbox, then subtract the second from the first and result. Wow. So in this case we need to simply go and start by storing stuff in our memory. So we're going to take our 2 inbox and store it in memory. So now we have the second in our hand. So we're going to subtract the first and then outbox. Then we're going to copy from the first and subtract the second, outbox it, and loop. Yeah. Beautiful. And we completed all the challenges as well. Equalization room. So I guess if things are the same. Sometimes some numbers are bigger than other numbers, and sometimes they're the same. How can we know? Which number are you? Okay. Okay, we get comments now, so we can put comments in our code. Don't want that. Okay, get 2 things from the inbox. If they're equal, put one of them in the outbox. Discard the non-equal pairs. Repeat. You get comments. Yay. Okay. So we have again to store in memory. So we're gonna take one, copy it to memory. Then we're gonna take something from the inbox again, and we're going to subtract it. If this is, let's do the same trick as before. If it's 0, gonna do this jumpy thing again. If that is 0, we're gonna go up here, and then we're gonna go copy from that and outbox it. And if it's not 0, we're just gonna go there. I don't know if this is clever with all, we have many jumps, I think, compared to the amount of code we have. So it might be that we're gonna lose on both sides of speed because of all the jumps. So we'll have to just rearrange it later, if that's the case. But it should work, right? So if it's not 0, let's go there, and then yes. Worked. Perfect. Maximization room. There's been a change of plans. The accountant department have determined by treating all numbers equals, it's no longer profitable. Management want bigger numbers only. Grab 2 things from the inbox and put only the biggest of the 2 into the outbox. If they're equal, just pick either. Repeat. Got a new command called jump if negative. Okay, so we have to try it again, just as before. We need to take something from the inbox to store that in memory. And then we need to take something from the inbox again. So now we need to subtract the 2 numbers. Okay, we want the bigger one. So if we subtract and we get a negative number. Oh wait, we can't. We need to store this one as well, because we don't know which one we're going to pick yet. And then we can subtract that one. Okay, so if this is negative, so we just take in, but essentially in slot 1 and subtract it with slot 1 and slot 2. If this is negative, we know. Okay, if it's not negative, it's easier. Then we're gonna copy from 1, and if it's negative, we're gonna copy from 0. And if it's there, we're just gonna skip that. Go and outbox it. Rinse and repeat. So see what it does. Go there. Subtract. Copy one of them. And outbox it. Okay. Most of these are the same so far. There's only one of them where they're different. Let's see if it handles this correctly. 0 and -4. And it picks up the 0, which is the larger of the 2, and outbox it. Perfect. Okay, but we have 1 command over what we should. And that's probably a jump. We can save a jump again. Can we? Oh, you know what? If we don't copy that, we just subtract it directly. And then instead of... So what I'm thinking is, if we subtract it, we just add it, which is would be the reverse afterwards. So if we subtract it, and we wanted to read from 1, instead of reading from 1, we're going to add what's in 0, and we saved our 1 command. And we're also using less memory. We're only using 1 slot of memory rather than 2. So our code is faster, our code is shorter, and we're using less memory. This makes me happy. There we go. Size challenge complete. And speed challenge complete. Beautiful. Moving on. Exclusive lounge. Oh, we need to watch the cutscene first.
And that, ladies, is how I saved a bundle on my long-distance telephone service. Back to work, everyone.
A massive army of machines has surrounded the city. The machines are not moving, and they are not communicating. Local authorities are investigating.
Well, that can't be good. Okay, let's try this exclusive lounge here. Oh, so we already have a 1 and a 0 pre-stored in memory. Okay, for each true things in the inbox, send a 0 to the outbox if they have the same sign and both positive, both negative, and send a 1 to the outbox if their signs are different. Repeat until... Okay, we can do this with just jumping, because there's no way just subtracting or adding that's gonna tell us the sign, what they have. We need to do that by multiplying the numbers, but we don't have access to that yet. So we will have to just do it via jumps. So if it's negative, do that. So if it's positive, inbox. Oh, sorry, managed to mute the game there. Yeah, okay, so this is if it's positive. We need another jump if negative. No, if negative, we're gonna go back to start. No, we're gonna go there. Okay, so if it's negative, no, if it's positive, and then we get a negative, then they are different. Set the 0 to the outbox if they have the same sign. Set the 1 if they have different signs. We need to set a 1. So then we need to go here and copy from 1 outbox. Okay. So if that was positive, what if we have negative? No, sorry, positive, and then positive again. Then we need to copy from dual positive, that's here. Then we need to copy from 0 and jump to the outbox. Yeah, jump to the outbox is best. So if it's negative, we go here. And we'll have to pick up an inbox. This is gonna be a mess. It's gonna be an absolutely mess. Okay, so if it's negative and we inbox, and if it's negative again, then we're gonna copy from 0. We're gonna jump up. If not, we're gonna... Okay, and then after outboxing, we're gonna go back. So this is a lot of jumping and very few commands. I'm not sure if this works. Okay, so this one's positive. They're both positive. Now we have 2 negatives, so that should be a 0 as well. Beautiful. It's all 0s. Okay, so we have an error. Now we're gonna give us a set of inputs where it doesn't work. Okay, let's okay, let's try to step backwards here. take that, and it's negative, so we're gonna jump down there. Then we take one thing from the inbox. We're not gonna jump because it's negative. Oh, so hold on. So this jump is wrong because we're gonna go up to 4. Can we just go copy for 4 and then it's gonna make our code one longer doing it like that. Let's see. And it takes no. Not copy 2. Copy from 5. That's what it looks like when you screw up your memory. There we go. Okay, so the last one we screwed up. Okay, step. Okay, so we get minus from the inbox. We jump if it's negative. We inbox. And then we need to jump there. Oh god. Okay, let's go over this again. Okay, positive, positive. Let's say. So we're gonna go inbox, inbox, copy from 4, jump to outbox, and then we jump back. Okay, positive, negative, positive, negative. Copy from 1. We get to the outbox and we, okay, so negative and then positive. Then we copy from 1, yeah, and we jump. Double negative. Negative. Yeah, okay, if this one is negative then. Here we need to jump if negative. And if we're negative, we need to get number... Wait, what? Something's up when we end up here. Okay, so if it's negative and then positive. Negative and positive. The size difference sent 1. We need a 1. Ah, we get. So, oh, okay. So here we need to jump. I need to go jump down and get number 5 instead. Ah, okay. We still have an error somewhere. Positive. They were different, yeah. Positive, negative. That works. So now it doesn't work for some of these. Negative. Oh. That's where it went wrong. Okay. We get a negative. And we jump. We get a negative. See, we can't just put a jump command there. This is where... this is all fucked up. Okay, let's clean this up and try this again. Okay. Let's just build here. One that copies from that. One that copies from that. This one jumps over that one. And it goes to the outbox. Because then we're just gonna drop them in over one of those two. It should be enough to have 2 of those. Okay, so if we go negative, let's start with the positives. Positive, positive, we end up here. We end up there. And positive, positive sends us 0, so we go there. Okay, we go positive, negative, we end up here. So we go positive, we end up here. Negative, we end up at a 1. which is there. What is this jump doing? Positive, positive needs to send a 0, which it does already. That's not needed. Positive, negative. Then it needs to send that command. What if it's negative? Then we need to inbox something. And if that is... oh god, if that is negative, we're gonna jump over, we're gonna make a not command like that. This is not negative. These two jump makes are not negative. No, this one goes of course down here. Because now if we have a negative number and a negative number we get a 4, but we have a positive number we get a 5. I think that this... and what about negative, 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 negative? Yes, this one is better. No! What went wrong? Okay. We take the 6, which is a -6, which is a negative number. We inbox. Then we jump if neg. So this is a positive number, so they're different, so we should get a 1, which is jump down to 5. This is not negative. So we jump down. Comes from 5. We'll send that to the outbox. What? Why is that wrong? Oh, I messed up. Look at that. There are 3 things in the inbox. I messed up my my inputs. Which row didn't take 2? That one's good. That read 2. This one's reading... oh! Oh, no, no, no. It was reading 3. When is it reading 3? Oh, of course. We need to have a jump here, because if it's positive, positive, it needs to send a 0. So it needs to go there. Yes. Got it. Now the size, please be okay. No, we have 1 command. And we have 3 commands. Okay. How do we save 1 command here? So this is a waste. This jump is a waste. If we take this and put... oh, where was it? It's there. Take this, put this there. This one goes there. Now we have to rework this whole thing. Get rid of that one. And then we have to redo all our jumps, which is wonderful. Okay. Once again. Positive, we jump over that. Positive, we copy from the 4, which is correct. And then we jump down and we outbox it. Okay, positive, then negative. We then jump down in this cluster here. We pick 5 and we outbox that. Okay, then we have a negative number. We go here, we pick that one up. If that one's negative, we're gonna go and pick up from 4. And if it's not... No, this is not gonna work now. Oh gosh. See, this one is difficult. Because it's hard to keep an overview of what you're doing. Okay. Positive, positive. Positive, positive, positive. We end up here from the 4, which is a 0, and then we jump down the outbox. Go over this one here, positive. And then we get a negative number. We go there, 5, outbox, jump. Yes. Negative number, we end up here. Then a positive number, we end up there. Yeah. But with a negative number, we end up here. Which is good. I think it's okay. It worked. Look at that, we did it faster than the program, but we're not very fast though. Okay, let's go and continue to do another task. We're one step short, which could probably be saved by swapping all. What I'm thinking is, if we switch the order of these two, we could probably save one step somewhere, but it's just due to the input the way they are, so I guess this is gonna be okay. Absolute positivity. Okay, this one should be a little bit easier. Send to the inbox from send each thing from the inbox to the outbox, but if the number is negative, first remove the negative side. This is easy. So if it's negative, we are going to copy it and then subtract it twice. No adding. And then outbox and go back home where we came from. We have a negative number. There you go. Oh, we can do it faster. How do we do this faster? Probably save a little bit of time by moving this up here. Putting that jump there. I have no idea if that does anything. Yeah, it does, because then we don't have to actually go, in the positive case, we don't have to do a jump. No, hold on. This jump needs to go. Oh, but then we're gonna be... code's gonna be too big now. Because we need that extra jump at the beginning. For this to work, we need to do this. Clearly not. Okay. Like that. But now I don't think we have the size challenge. We might have the speed challenge. Oh, okay, that was just... Okay, never mind. Let's just move on to the next challenge instead. Let's not go for the speed. Just solve the puzzles. We can always go back and do those later on. Okay. Countdown. For each number in the inbox, send that number to the outbox, followed by all numbers down to or up to 0. It's a countdown. We got a new commands. They add 1 or subtract 1 from an item on the floor. The result is given back to you. And for your convenience, once written right back to the floor. Okay. Okay, so we need to go inbox, copy that down to the floor there. And if negative, okay, so if it's positive, we're going to outbox it and then bump minus it. So we're gonna subtract 1 from it. And whoops, and loop like that. That's an infinite loop. And if it's 0, we're just gonna exit the loop. So if it's negative, we're going to outbox bump plus. Once again, infinite loop. And it's 0. Actually, if 0, let's just go back to start. Like so. You use the robot arm here. So let's see if we make the countdown. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, they want the 0 as well. Okay, fair enough. Okay, if 0, then outbox up here as well, and then just skip that at the beginning. Oh, what went wrong there? Oh, 0. Okay, I need to restructure this then. What if we include an outbox here? Because then we can start with the bumping. Because then we can, so if it's, yeah, okay, yeah, here we go. So if it's positive, we go bump minus that, and then outbox. Infinite looping that, and if oh gosh, because then we're gonna miss it. Problem is, if we just do the if 0 thing and then go down here, we don't have anything in our hands right now. So, but if we do it here, we're not gonna outbox. We have to put an extra outbox somewhere. Can we put an extra outbox here? It's not pretty though. This is not gonna be pretty. Let's just make it work. Then we'll make it pretty later or another time. So if it's negative... Oh, could we make this in one loop? No, let's try that. So if it's oh, we have nothing here though. We just outboxed it. So we need to copy. That's no good. That's a waste. So if it's negative, okay, if it's positive, we're gonna bump -1, and then we're gonna jump over there, and otherwise we're gonna go bump -+. And if it's 0, no, and then we're gonna outbox it, yes. And then we're gonna loop it. Oh, but problem is then we always need to do a copy from now. Because now we're forced to do the copy from there. Right? Because otherwise we don't have the numbers to know if we're gonna go positive or negative here, so that was a bad idea. Okay. Rework. Scrap it all. Okay. Let's go back to the dual loop tactic again. Let's just try to get the dual loop thing to work, and then we'll see how bad it is compared to where we want to be. So go there, outbox it, and loop, and if could we go jump if negative and use that as an escape? No, because we don't have a jump if positive. We need to use 0 as our escape. If 0, we're just gonna jump down here, and if this one is negative, we're gonna go bump plus. Bump plus outbox and infinite loop, and if that was 0, we're gonna go down here, at which point we're gonna go outbox, and then we're gonna go back to start. Well, that didn't work. What the hell went wrong? Get the 8. Ah! Okay, let's just try this. This will work, but it's not gonna be pretty. So once again, something's fucked up. Okay, so we're counting down now. It's the 0 case again. So all we need is to put a jump if 0, we're just gonna go down to the outbox, straight down there. I don't think we got the size challenge on this one. 10 of fuel command, we use 16. So that's probably not going to be good for our steps either. It's not bad. That's okay. Let's move on. Once again, we have, like, we can now write comments on our memory. No, no, stop that. Okay. For each 2 thing in the inbox, multiply them and outbox the result. Don't worry about negative numbers for now. Okay, multiplication. Get rid of this shit. What the? Just no. Take something from the inbox, store it in memory. Take the other thing from the inbox and store that in memory as well. And then we need to multiply it, and we need to handle zeros, as you can clearly see in our input track. You know what? We're just gonna put 2 jump if 0 thingies here, and here. And in this case, where the first one is 0, we need to go and inbox, copy from there, and then we can outbox. Okay. So now we handle the case, the 0 case. So we had all zeros have now been handled. So now we know that after here, we have 2 positive non-zero numbers. In which case, we are now standing with the one stored in number 1. So we can add... Yeah, we can add that one. Copy it to there. Bump minus that one. And then jump back to... And if 0, we're gonna jump to the outbox. If it's not 0, we're gonna copy from... No. From there. And jump back to there. So put down 1. Put down the 3. Add them together. Put that down. Bump minus that. It is 0. Oh, stop. If 0. Yeah, okay. Let's try it. Okay, what happened? Let's see again. Let's take this slowly. Put down the 4. Put the 4 there. Which add the 2. So it adds one too many times. Because the order of this is wrong. We need to go bump minus, then jump. Oh god, wait, no, that's not right. So we copied everything, then we're gonna bump minus the first one, and we're gonna jump if it's 0. If it's not 0, we're going to copy from... Yeah, there we go. Then we're gonna copy from 2, which we haven't stored anything in. Then we're gonna copy from 1. Do we store it in both places? Do we store it twice? No, we don't. Because now we've done a bump minus here. That means we're now standing with how many iterations we have left. And if that's 0, we're gonna copy from 2. So we need to have the results in 2 right now. But that's okay. So if it's not 0, we want to copy from 2, but we don't have anything in 2, so we will have to actually go here and copy that to 2 as well. It's a little wasteful. And it didn't work. Let's see it in slow motion. Let's pick up the 3, put that down twice. It's a bit way wasteful. Oh! Forgot to loop everything over. So that one kept being 6. Why was that? Copy to there, copy to there. Pick that up. Yeah, okay, that's the problem. The add here needs to add that one now. There we go. Now we're working. Again, it's not pretty, it's not fast. We're getting things done. Oh god, Fibonacci. That's gonna be fun. For each thing in the inbox, set to the outbox the full Fibonacci sequence up to, but not exceeding the value. For example, if inbox is 10, output 1, 1, 2. Yeah, 1, 1, 2, 1. Okay. So we need to do a setup to start with. We need to copy from there and copy to there and copy it there, I guess. Yes. And then bump plus that one. So now we basically all we've done is to put a 0 here. 0 and 0 and a 1 and 1. Right, as you can see here, like that. And what I want to do now is we want to take the inbox and we want to copy that down and store that somewhere. Store that in 5, because we need to test, constantly test. You know what we could? We could cheat a little and hope that they're not gonna give us like... Oh, that's okay. We can actually outbox 1 already. That's gonna save us a little bit of time here. No, outbox there. Okay, so we inbox and we store the number in memory down in location 5. So what I want to do now is we want to do one iteration of the Fibonacci sequence. That means that we are going to copy from 0, add that one, copy to there, which is our new result. Now we have forwarded it one step. Now we need to figure out if we need to output this. So we need to subtract that one. And if it's negative, we're gonna go back and do the whole setup again. But if it's not negative, we need to update our 1, 2 part of the memory. And we're gonna do that by copying from there, copy that back, copy that one there, and then we can jump there. Wait, when do we outbox? If it's negative... Oh, if it's not negative, we should copy from 1, move it back, copy from 2, outbox... No, copy to 1, and then outbox. Yes! Okay, so we do our initial setup, we put a 0 and a 1. And we outbox the 1 to start with. Then we take a 9 and we store it. Then we forward our Fibonacci sequence once. We figure out if it's... Wait, we did the setup again. Oh, if it's negative, we do not. Oh, my bad. If it's negative, here we go. If it's positive, of course, we reset. Yes, if it's positive, we reset. Otherwise, we jump. My bad. Okay, do it again. So we do the setup, and outbox the 1. We store the 9, and we forward our Fibonacci sequence 1 step. We check if we need to move. We do. So we begin the next. We continue our moving forward thingy. We forward it 1 more step. Check if we need to outbox it. We finish our forwarding, updating the memory, and outbox the results. And we keep going. Look at that. So now it should then compute 5. This is beautiful. Update memory. And outbox the 5. Now the question is if it doesn't stop now. Because now it should do half the update, do the computation, figure out it needs to stop, do a reset. Yes, update that and then begin to compute again. Look at that, that's beautiful. No! What happened? Something went wrong at the end. Oh, so when it was done. Okay, we can solve the problem is when it was done, it began the whole setup again. But we can just solve this by doing that part of it first. So we're just inboxing first. Knock that preamble up there. That's so beautiful. Okay, so it says it works with these numbers, but it doesn't work with other specific ones. Let's try again then. Why did we fail on 7? What? Why are we failing on this one? You're gonna have to watch this. Update memory, move out, yeah. It's a little faster. Oh, okay, so of course it fails here because 21 is part of the Fibonacci sequence. Yeah, see, so if we step back here, we get 21 up to but not exceeding, so but that is including. So we have now, we are here, we just subtracted, we got 21, we're asking is that the next one, we say jump if negative. And then we says, is it negative? So we could actually solve this by saying, okay, you are negative, but wait. The 0 count as negative. So what the problem is, it goes back. It says, oh, this is not negative. So we're just going to do a jump as 0 as well. Like that. I would argue that 0 is both positive and negative. See here, what slow it down when we get closer to 21. Which should be now. 21. We update the memory. Outbox it. And now it's negative, so we continue. Beautiful. Now it works. I have no idea how we handled that in terms of size and speed. Hey, we did it in the speed challenge. We actually did it 10 steps faster than the challenge. But we did it with the one command more. That's actually quite impressive. Good job. Oh god. Modulus. We need to compute Modulus now. Okay. For each two things in the inbox, compute the remainder that would result if you had divided step of... Oh god. Okay, so we need to compute, as I said, we need to compute the Modulus. Okay, how do we do this? Divide the first by the second. So we take the first and we divide it by the second and we get the remainder. It's actually not that bad. It's actually fairly simple. We're gonna take the input and we're gonna copy that down. Then we're gonna take the other input. And we're also gonna store that in memory. Now we have both numbers stored. We are just gonna begin taking... Copy the first one. Subtract that one. And we're just gonna keep subtracting. Always subtracting. But if it becomes negative, we're gonna add that one again. Outbox. And start over. Is that gonna work? It seems too simple. Put that down, take that up, sub. Negative, added, send out the remainder. Holy shit, oh god, we have 0. Oh god, we're not gonna divide by 0 because that would be a problem. Added, send 2 out. I think this is gonna work. This case is pretty trivial. This one is interesting now. It's gonna can it handle this? It can. That was very beautiful, I think. We did it with one command less and probably also pretty damn fast. Look at that. We just raped that challenge. Ha! I like that. Small divider. Now we need to do divisions. For each two things in the inbox, how many times does the second fully fit into the... Okay, this is pretty much the same thing. Gotta copy that there. Oh, we need a... Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay. Inbox and copy that. Okay, we stored the two numbers just as before. But now we need to have a counter that we use to count up how many times it fits in. Okay, so that's the whole setup done. So now we go copy from that, subtract that. Copy from that. Oh god, no, we need to store this as well. Oh, no. Return to game. So now that we've subtracted it, we need to... Oh, we're just gonna copy it down here. Because we just want to store how much is left. If it's negative, then we're gonna go and do something that goes... Then we're gonna copy from... Oops. From 2. and outbox it. But if it's not negative, if we subtract it and it's still positive, we're going to store it back at 0. We're going to bump plus that thing there. And then we're going to go back and copy from 0. And once we outboxed it, we're going to go back to start. That's the setup. We subtract it, we store it, bump it. We subtract it, we store the remainder. Now it's negative, so we're going to take our counter and outbox it. And now we're going to begin a new setup period here. We're going to put that down there, that thing down there, reset our counter. And now we can begin our... Wonderful! There we go. How do we do? 15. Bang on the size. And 2 steps shorter. We're doing very well right now. Okay, tree sort. Oh god, no. Oh god, we need to write a sorting algorithm now. Okay. For each 3 things in the inbox, send them to the outbox in the order smallest to largest. So, back at university, I had a course which was called... Now I completely forgot. But that course was purely on sorting algorithms. And now I'm trying to remember. What do we do? What do we do? How do we do this in a clever way? They call it a tree sort. So we probably use a tree sort, to be honest. Right. Okay, how do we do a tree sort with the commands we have here? It's already stored everything in memory for us. That's nice. Could we just begin to compare? God, how do we do this? So I'm thinking if we should just build. So that's basically 2 things. And this is a general thing when you write programs. We can go down 2 roads right now. Either we can write a massively piece of code that has all the logic we need built into the code directly, or we could utilize that we have quite a bit of memory available. We have 9 slots, actually 10 slots available in memory. So we could easily just build some of it down in memory and then just sort it in memory and then just copy the sorted list from there and output that at the end. Which is probably a better solution, I think. God, this is gonna be a massive piece of code. Okay, let's get going. We already have number 2 here in cache. So we're just gonna go and subtract that to start with, and if it is negative, we need to do something. Okay, so if we take this and subtract. We have this one, we have number 2, and subtract number 1. If this is positive, that means the number 2 is larger. That means the number 2 is larger. So if number 2 is larger, we're going to copy from number 1 and subtract number 0, and we're gonna have another jump if negative. And if this is once again positive, so if this one is also positive, we will have to... Oh, there's so many permutations! I really would really love to not have to hard code. I mean, how many permutations do we have? We have 6 permutations. I really don't want to hard code 6 permutations. We must be able to do something better. But we don't have a predefined 0, so we can't just do it like... And we don't have references either. Oh my god, this is gonna be dumb. And we have to hard code it. There's just no way around it, I think. We have to hard code the 6 permutations. Okay. This is gonna be ugly. But let's do it. So the same as last time, I know I was fucking that up massively. Okay. So we subtract 1, and then we know that number 1 is the smaller number of the 2. So we're gonna go and go in here. In which case, maybe we should go like that instead. So we're gonna go here, and now we're standing in here, there. We know that number 0 is the smallest, in which case we're going to copy from 0 and outbox it. What are we then gonna do? Then we're gonna figure out which of these 2 are the largest. We're gonna go do that by gonna copy. Oh, but if we're going by this path, we know that because we're jumping over here, we now know. Yes, because we know that 1 was smaller than 2, and 0 was smaller than 1. That means we can then go copy from 1 and outbox it, and copy from 2 and outbox that. Okay, then let's take this jump here. So this is the case where we have to, we subtract 1, which turns out to be negative. That means that 2 is the smallest. Then, no, sorry, we're still, okay, so 1 is smaller. Yes, we need to go take this one, right? So we need to have that there. Great. So in this case, we know that now number 2 is the smallest one, so we're going to copy from number 2. Yes, here we go. And we're going to subtract number 0, and if that is negative, like that, so we know number 1 is smaller. Okay, and if this is negative, that means the number... Okay, if it's positive, then number 2, so that means we should then outbox, copy from 1, and outbox, and then, whoops, oh, and then copy from, it was positive, from 0, yes, and outbox, and copy from 2 and outbox. Is that right? So we know that 2 minus whatever is in here, number 2 is less number. Oh god! See, this is a set. This is going to be ugly. I'm pretty sure there's a better way than doing this. Okay. So we know if we take 2 and subtract 1, that means that 1 is smaller. And now we take 2 and subtract, then we jump. No, we go. No, oh no. We get a positive here. 2 subtract 1, we get a positive number, meaning that 1 is smaller than 2. Then we get this. Then we take 1 and subtract from there. So that means, and that's positive. That means that we now know that 1 is smaller than 0. So we now need to take 2. Yeah, so 1 is the smallest. Then we take 2 and subtract with 0. And that turns out to be positive. Which means that we then, yes, so this is right. And in this case here, we need to go copy from 1 and outbox and copy from 2 and outbox and copy from 0 and outbox. So that's 3 of them hard-coded. We are halfway there, assuming that we're doing this right. But again, you can see this is going to be a massive, massive piece of code, and I'm sure there's a better way to do it. I just can't figure it out right now. Okay, so now we have the case where number 2 is the smallest to start with. In which case we're going to copy from 1 and we're going to subtract from 0. And if that turns out to be positive, if this turns out to be positive, we know that 1 is smaller than... So 2 is smaller than 1, and we know that 0 is smaller than 1, so we know that 1 is the last one. Okay, let's go. Let's say that it's negative. That's easier to do right now. So if from here we know that 1 is smaller. Now we're testing if 1 is also smaller than 0, which it turns out to be. So now we know that 1 is the smallest. Then we will have to figure out which of these 2 are the smallest. And if it's positive, if this is positive, then copy from 0 and outbox, 1 outbox. Copy from 0. And outbox that. Okay, so we have 102. And this is also 102. There's some things wrong here. Okay, I'm way too tired for this one right now. Maybe we should go out and take some of the... Let's just run it and let's let it fail. Toggle full screen, return to game. Can't we leave the room? Oh, that left it all the way to... Okay, great. I gotta go and take some of the other ones. Because I'm a little bit too tired to do that one right now. Zero terminated sub. Okay, this is easy. Inbox filled with 0 terminated strings. Blah blah blah. Yeah, okay. So add together the numbers. Pretty straightforward. Inbox. Okay, no. Do a setup. Copy from that. Copy to there. From inbox. And then add that. And copy to that. And if the inbox is 0, oh, and this one, then we're just gonna go and loop over that. If the inbox is 0, we're gonna go down here, we're gonna copy from that, and we're going to outbox it there, and then we're gonna go and we're gonna jump back. What? No. Other way around. What the hell? That's better. Done. That was fairly easy. Didn't do it in terms of speed, but the size was good. The littlest number. For each zero terminated string in the inbox, send the smallest to the outbox. Okay, inbox. Copy. No, not copy from. Store that in memory. Go with the inbox. Subtract that. No, we need to copy it somewhere. No, we don't. We subtract. And if we subtract and get a negative, we just go back, right? Because if we have a number, we subtract something and we get a negative number. No. We get a positive number. There we go. And in this case, we are going to add whatever was there, and then copy that down to there, and then we're gonna jump back. Actually jump back there, right? So we're gonna go inbox, subtract, figure out if we need to update, and go back. And if we from the inbox get but what about this? I've got just gonna okay, we hope we don't get an empty string then. If we from the inbox gets a 0, we're gonna go down outbox. And we're gonna go all the way back to start. Wait, what happened? Oh, I pulled the wrong thing. There we go. They're gonna add it together. 4 was the smaller. 1 is the smaller. Add 4. Copy it down. If we get a 0, stop. We need to... Of course, we need to copy our result before we outbox. So 1 was the smaller. Alright, that's a 0. We copy the 1 and we send it out. Okay. 18. 14 is smaller. We're gonna build 14. 7 is smaller. 1 is also smaller. Boom. Done. Beautiful. Cumulative countdown. For each thing in the inbox, outbox, the sum of itself plus all numbers down to 0. For example, if you want to split count. Okay. We probably need to do some kind of setup where we copy from that and then store it there. This is like how far we are ahead already. And then we're gonna go inbox and we're gonna copy it to there. And then we're gonna add it to whatever is there. And copy it to whatever is there. And then we're gonna go bump minus that one there. And then we're gonna loop that. But if we get a bump minus, that is 0. We are going to copy our current countdown, outbox it, and jump back and reset. Slow this down. We see we add it up. And we have a 0. That's interesting how it handles that. Add 0, that gets 0. Oh, oops. So if 0 or negative, so you see it adds it up, puts it down, subtracts 1, and it adds it up again, and keeps going. Woo! Done deal. Didn't complete any challenges, but let's just keep on going. Deeper Darkness, hello, are you a little confused? It will make sense in a bit. If you just joined, it will probably be very confusing. Oh. That is no moon. Storage floor. Okay. Look, my character's got grey hairs now. Big changes are coming, but I see your... Okay. Okay. Imagine each thing in the inbox is an address. So now we're getting actually memory addresses, which is pretty fucking cool. Imagine each thing in the inbox is an address. And each address refers to a tile 1 to 9 on the floor. Your task for each address in the inbox picks up the letter in the address and outbox it. Congratulations, you now have access to the indirectly copies. This is... Now it's fun. So now what we're gonna do... Why is it 8 there? Okay. We're gonna go inbox and we're gonna copy that to there. And then we're gonna go copy from... there, but it's gonna be by reference. I'll show you how that works afterwards. And we're gonna outbox it, and we're going to loop. So we put it down, and then it points him where he needs to go. It's like kind of like an index, right? We store it and outbox it. Ta-da! Now we know about how you do memory indexing. Oh god, now we have 0 to... Okay. Each... this is gonna be ugly. Okay. Each thing in the inbox is an address of a tile on the floor. For each address provided in the inbox, outbox the resulted items from the floor and all following items on the floor until you reach the 0. So this is actually very close to how memory works, because let's say that I want a specific piece of information from my memory on my computer, like RAM. I would get an index from where I need to start reading, and I would then begin to read until I reach some indicator from where this piece of information ends. So this is actually pretty close to how memory works in, well, in the computer you're watching this on right now. So I'll show you how we can do that. We're gonna take from the inbox and we're gonna copy it to there. Then we're going to copy from by reference that index it's pointing to, and then we're gonna outbox it. Then we're going to increase our index in memory, at which point we're going to jump. And if the copy from is a 0, we're gonna go back and we're gonna start it all over again. So now we're gonna put this down, and we're gonna begin to write the string back that was requested. We're gonna write the T, we're gonna go to the next index in our memory, read that piece of memory, and outbox it. We're gonna keep reading our memory. Now we realize, wait, that's a 0. We can now take the next request. And that's how memory works. So in this case, we just get an E. We realize now we reach the end of the string. Beautiful. God, this is gonna take a while though. Okay, let's slow down a bit here. Because what would sometimes happen is, now you can see this is like neatly put out. Sometimes you would want to write stuff into memory, but there wouldn't be the necessary room in memory to have the whole string stored. So you would actually have part of the string, and then a pointer saying this one continues at this index, and then you can read the rest, and we actually completed this in within limit. String reverse. Oh god, do we need to zero terminated strings need to be reversed, I guess. Okay. For each zero terminated string in the inbox, reverse it and output the result. That should be easy. Okay, put that there, copy it to... Oh, no, we need to do a setup. We need to copy from that and copy it to that. And then we need to copy from that thing. Copy that to there, and then we need to bump plus that thing, and then we need to loop. So this is just building our string. Now we need to bump plus so inbox. If inbox is 0, oh, sorry, you guys can't see the cam. Oh, that's a problem. Hold on. Thank you, Juggler. I actually didn't think about that. There you go. I guess that's better. Let's put it there. Sorry. Okay. And reverse the results. Yes. So now we have just built the basic string. Now we need to read it. So we're going to copy. No, not copy to. We need to copy from wherever that thing is pointing and outbox it. And then we need to bump minus that one and do it all over again. And if we bump minus and it turns out to be negative, because we need to include the 0, we are going to go back to start. So first the setup, then we build the string, we write fish. What happened? It jumps as it should. Copy from... Because we bump plus it there. So we already have the next location. So we need to have a bump minus there. And we write girl, and we output reversed. And now we built the next string. And we overflown here. We still have memory, but it doesn't matter because we have nicely control of our indexes here. And we output bind. And we're done. We had a little bit of overflow here at the top with the setup, so we're probably gonna... Oh, size, okay. Fair enough. Inventory report. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so for each thing in the inbox sent to the outbox, the total number of matching items on the floor. So we need to count how many times it is there. So once again, we need to go inbox and we need to copy it to somewhere. That's going to be where we store. Yeah, this is where we're going to store what we're going to look up. Then we're going to copy from 0, copy it to there. That's going to be a counter. We count how many times a given item exists on our in our memory. And then we're going to go into our loop. And a loop's going to be copy from that and subtract where this one is pointing. And oh, we need 2 counters. Damn it. Copy to 17. So this one is gonna. Oops. Let's call this one index. That's pretty, right? And wow, okay, I can do this better. Hold on. Nope. This is difficult with the mouse. And we call this one count. And let's call this one value. Zero. Okay. So we're gonna copy to value. Yeah, so inbox copy to value. Copy from 0. We're gonna put that into index and count. Copy from value and subtract wherever index is pointing. Once that is done, if jump is 0, so if this is 0, if this is 0, we need to bump plus the count. And then we need to jump back to copy from value. Because if we subtract 2 and it's 0, then it should be the same. So if it's not 0, then we need to bump plus the index. And then jump back as well. But how do we know we reached the end of the board? We need to check for that. Oh, we're gonna do it the other way around. My bad, my bad, my bad. Let's get rid of this. Okay, okay, so we copied and we built the index and the count. We're then gonna copy from where the index is pointing, like that, and then subtract the value. So we're gonna copy from the index and subtract the value, and if that is 0, then we're gonna bump plus our count. And then we're gonna jump back to copy from blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Then we're gonna bump plus the index, like so. And then we can go back. Now we bump plus the index and go and copy from index where the index is pointing. Subtract the value, actually, not the point where the value is pointing. And where do we then copy from index, and if jump if 0, we're gonna go all the way down there, we're gonna outbox it, and we're gonna jump back to start. There we go. So we put down the value, and we built our counters and index and stuff like that. And then we're gonna copy the value, and we're gonna subtract that. That's a 0. Give it a count. Increase our index. And take the next one. Those are not the same. We're just going to increase the index, and we're going to keep searching. And we wait until it's gone to the full string. And I, of course, forgot to... Yeah, okay. Before we outbox, we probably should copy from count. There we go. Counting P's again, that should be 4. Was it 5 on the board? Oh, we have 5 P's on the board, sorry. Now we're counting C's. And there are 2 C's. Beautiful! we didn't do it very quickly, but our code was small. So that's at least a plus.
Hey, where's Carol? Oh my god. This coffee is amazing.
Wow.
Back to work, ladies.
Breaking. Previous reports of Machine Army evaluate to false. Everything equals 100% fine. Whether within pleasant tolerance parameters or human skin layer, you're all going to be...
I really love that that small story that's running next to the puzzle game. Send everything from the inbox to the outbox except for valves. Okay. Index. Okay. So same procedure as last time. We're gonna go and we're gonna copy to index and we're gonna copy from 0 and we're gonna copy it down to where the index is pointing, and then we're gonna begin checking if our value is a val except for vowels. So if it's in this list, we're not gonna output it. So we're just gonna go and go copy from copy from index and subtract the value. And if 0, we're gonna go back and we're gonna do it all again. And if not, if it's not 0, we're going to increase our index. And then we're going to copy there. And as we copy from index, if we copy a 0 to reach the end of the of a memory, here we're gonna put it there. Copy from value, outbox it, jump back home. Okay, subtract it. Boom, that's a 0. Start all over. And this one, of course, will not show up. So we're going to output it. There we go. Do you see what it spells? Human foot. Done deal. Not sure we did this either. Oh, that was actually pretty neat. Nice. Duplicate removals. We're almost up here. We haven't done the... I mean, prime factorials. That is difficult. I never solved that one. But let's just go up. Let's finish the storyline at least. Send everything from the inbox to the outbox unless you've seen the same value before. Fuck. Discard in duplicates. So it's full history. It's not just following each other. So we have to store everything. So how do we do this? We need to keep track of how much we have in memory. We can no longer use the zero termination method as we've been using before. Because obviously there will be no zero. Or we could actually. This could be... You know what? We can do that. We're gonna do a setup here. Where we copy from that and we're gonna copy it up there. So we're just gonna start it. Now we build an empty string in our array, or in our memory. And now we're gonna begin the actual program. We're gonna copy this from here. And we're gonna take from inbox and we're gonna copy it down there and store it. Then we're gonna take copy from where... No, wait, that can't be right. We need to do more setup. This one is 0. That's very pretty. This one is, again, we need an index. And we need a value. Okay, so come from 0 to there, and we also need to copy that to our index because we need to use something to count, like where we are, or we need to compare it to. Oh wait. We should actually probably do... It will make sense later why we have to do this, because we need to have a, like, restore point, and that's there. So even though this is strictly not necessary in the beginning, we will have to do it. Now we can go and inbox it and copy it down to our value memory field, and then we can go and copy from index location and subtract the value as before. Okay, if this is 0, that means we've seen it before. We need to reset our... That's why we needed this. We can go back and we can reset it. Unless you've seen the same value before. Discard in duplicates. Yeah, so now we're just going to discard it and go back, reset our index. If it's not so... Yeah, so if it's not 0, we're gonna bump plus our index. And we're again gonna go and copy from index, sub the value. Okay. And when we copy from the index, we can now say if it's 0, So here's the clever part. If this is 0, that means... Yeah. If we raise to 0, that means we reach the end of our string. We just jump down here. At which point we're going to bump plus our index again. Then we're gonna copy from 0. No, that's not right. That's not right. We need to copy the value into where our index is currently pointing, which is our 0 at the end of the string. But then we can bump plus our index. We can copy the 0 and we can copy it to our new end location in our string. And then we can once again copy from our value. Oh, we can actually do that already up here. Copy from value, copy to their outbox there. And then we're going to update the string with the new endpoint, at which point, and we're going to terminate our string, at which point we can go back and go there again. So look at this, look at this. Now we have an empty string. We're then going to build our index. We're going to read a value. Then we're going to take that and we're going to subtract this. And it wasn't in our string, so we're going to output it. Then we're going to put a new 0 at the end of the string. We're going to reset everything. Read a new value. We're going to read a value from a string. That is 0. Reset, discard, go again. So now look at what's happened now. It goes up, it checks. Have we seen this before? No, we have not. In that case, we're going to increase our string. There we go. And with a new end terminator. So we always have that 0 terminator. We're just moving it forward every time we update the string. That is beautiful. I am very pleased with that. Alternative, you would have to keep track of how big it was and need to compare how far along we were. I think this is way more efficient. Apparently not, but it worked. It's getting a bit drafty up here, but they're missing half a wall. Okay, each pair on the floor contains data. Okay, so now we're working with hash tables. Right? This is basically hash tables. So every time you go in on Twitter and you use a hashtag, that's because of hash tables. I think this is what we're doing now. Each pair on the floor contains data. One data to the address of another of the pair. So we have some data here. And we have a new address here. Where there's a 13. Oh yeah, and then this points to number 3, which then points to number 23. There, where's the number? Okay. A Scrabble chain. Each thing in the inbox is an address of one of the pairs. Outbox the data. Oops, sorry. Outbox the data from the pair, which is the letter, and also the data in the following pairs in the chain. The chain ends when you reach a negative address. Repeat until the inbox is empty. Good. So, pretty straightforward. We copy from the inbox. We copy it to our value field, which is just going to be that one. And then we go copy from wherever that is pointing. Let's just for good measures call it value. Copy from value, send to the outbox, bump plus value. And rinse and repeat. So we're going to copy from where the value is pointing, outbox it. Oh, wait, no, that's not right. Because now, point, so that's not right, that's not going to work. Copy from the value that one, yes, then we bump plus the value. And then we copy from, of course, then we copy from, again, where value is now pointing, which is the new address. And we copy that to value. And then we loop. And when we copy, hello Chris Wu, when we copy from we bump plus that, and we copy from where that is. If that is negative, we go back there. Let's put down a 0, we read from square 0 and outbox that. Then we read the next address in the series, put it down, and read from that, and outbox it. We read the next address in this series, store it in our memory, and yes, there we go. And until we reach number 20, that's when we get the P. That was the P. Then we get the E. We got an outbox, and then we're gonna get the 0. And we're gonna say, oh, that's the end of the line. Do continue. Easy as that. Oh, 9. You know what? I want to do this in 9 moves. How are we gonna optimize that? Oh my god, how can we get rid of one move here? Inbox and we store it. We have to do that. And then we copy it and outbox it, that's pretty optimal. We bump plus it. And then copy it. I have a hard time seeing us being able to minimize this. I'm thinking if we can avoid actually copying and actually storing it like this, and we could potentially just go... No, we can't do double references, so that's not gonna work. Can we negate a 0? Can we negate a... Okay, let's move on. I'm not sure how we can optimize that. Oh, hold on. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I just heard something somewhere in the apartment and just had to make sure that it was just the bunnies. Okay, we're pretty close. So coordinator and check and make. Yes, I went again. Okay. Okay. Each number in the inbox is an address of a tile on the floor sent to the outbox. The coordinates of that tile. Oh. Column first, row second. For example, address 6. Here. Address 6 has coordinates 2, 1. Okay. Fair enough. And we have a 0 and a 4 down here. You know what this is? This is just the division and the reminder that we had from before. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna take the inbox. And copy it to, let's say, there. And then we're going to have a counter. It's called a count. There. So we will need to go and copy from 0, copy to, I can just call this 0. Let's call this one 4. That's a beautiful 4. So we reset our count. There we go, and then we copy that down there to title writing values. Let's just call it val. So that. And then we're going to subtract 4. So I want to see how many rows we need to move down first. If it's negative, we are going to add 4 again and gonna outbox that because that's gonna be our remainder. And if it's not negative, then we're going to copy the result down to value and we're going to bump plus the count. And at this point, we can then also here copy the count and outbox that and reset the whole thing. That should do it, I think. It's small, but it's beautiful, I think, if it works. So we put that down. We subtract this. Okay, so let's pause this. 5. That didn't work. What went wrong here? Let's go back. Okay, so we get the 4. I put that down on val. We subtract 4. We get the 0. Is that negative? No. But we should maybe jump on 0 as well. Let's take this one step at a time. Let's reset everything. Store this, subtract this. So now we have 7. Which means we can store it there. We can plus our count. And then we go add 4. We need to jump somewhere. I forgot to jump. here we need a copy from Val, and then jump up to the sub again. Store it, bump plus that, take that, then it's 0. Oh, but we are putting in the wrong order. We had, what was the 8? Wasn't it 8? Okay, let's run this again. I'll do this step at a time here. We get 6, so we want 2.1. Yeah, first 2 out, then 1. Get a sub 4. So we put down the 2. Copy from Val. Ah, okay, here's the problem. We are putting in the wrong order. We need to copy from count and outbox it, and then we need to copy from Val and then outbox that. No, but if it's 0, we still need to copy it over to Val. That's the problem here. Ah! Okay, let's run this one step at a time here. 2 and put it down. We subtract 4, we get a negative number, so we jump. You know what? I forgot to check what the number was. Okay, we get 5 this time, so we won't get 5. Okay. So now we have a 1 left, which we store. We bump plus. Ah, that's the problem. We're looping too soon. We're looping too soon. Let's get rid of all this stuff again and let's do this properly this time. I know I was wrong. I need to rethink this. Okay. This is just our setup. Then we need to do one iteration before we begin looping. This is gonna make our code bigger. Copy to Val. So we're now standing with Val in our hand. So let's subtract 4. I know this is going to be close to the same as before. Let's see. I just need to rethink it again in my head. Inbox, copy that to Val. Subtract the 4 so we get... If it's negative... If it's negative, we actually can go straight to output. Which would be... Copy from Val and outbox that. Val is the remainder. And copy from count, which is the rows, and outbox that. Okay. If this is not negative, we're going to store it. And then bump plus that. copy from Val and jump. Isn't this exactly the same as I had before? It looks different. And I know I forgot a loop here, but I just want to see one of them succeed. So I'm going to subtract, which we're going to output 3.0. And then of course, because I missed the loop, we can go and reset the counter. Look at that, so there was 13. 13 is here, so that should be 1.3. 1.3. Ah! Ha ha! There we go. Beautiful. A little bit of overhead at the end. Probably we're not gonna get the speed challenge, nor the size. Only one command short. Oh fuck! I hate sorting algorithms. Oh my god, that's a lot of memory. Check out this new office. We really clamped the corporate ladder together. Thank you. Okay. So you're ready. Okay, wow. Okay, they've done a lot for us already. Why do we have so much code? For each zero terminated string. Okay. Nice. In the inbox, sort the content of the string. Smallest first. Biggest last. And put the results in the outbox. Repeat. For each string. Okay, so we're gonna use the trick we learned before with having a dynamically allocated string size by just moving the 0. And I'm thinking we're basically just gonna do a bubble sort here. Because I think that's simply the fastest. So they go what? Copy from fish, nope. Ugh. And they go copy to 20. So they put something here. And then the inbox where that's pointing. Yeah, okay, so what they've done is they've just built like the basic string that's going to build the string for us. You see? And it stopped. Right? So this piece of the code is just building the string, like a zero terminated string up here. But that's not what I want. I don't want this at all. I have a completely different approach, so fuck your code. Okay. Because I don't want... no, okay, so what I want is... I want to initially copy there. And then let's call this one for val. And we're going to inbox and we're going to copy that down to the value field. And for each zero terminated string in the inbox, sort the content of the string, smallest first, biggest last. Okay. So I'm going to take from the inbox and we are going to, if we need to find smallest first, biggest last. Smallest first. So if we take something, we have something with us and we subtract what we have on the floor, if we get a So we subtract. We need an index, of course. Like that. Because I don't want that as I did before, where they built the whole string and then have to sort it all. I want to build it as I sort it. So, no, I don't believe the game is free, but I can't remember what I had this game for a very long time, so I can't remember how much it was. Okay, wait. So if I take and then put this copy to Val, and then I take. So what the case... Okay, so the case where I want to exit is when the string, what I have, is smaller. So if it's negative. So yes, I want to then subtract where our index is pointing. But that doesn't work. I have to go and say copy from index. If 0 I can leave, but that's not what I'm going to do now. Because we're going to copy, we're going to copy from the index, and then we're going to subtract value and if this is 0, we're going to do something else. We're going to end this loop here. And then we need to go and sub. We need to have a bump plus on the index, and we need to jump like here. Okay, Andy just looked up the game. It's apparently 10 euros on Steam. Okay, wait, so we copy from the index. If it's 0, we reach the end of the index. Then we're going to do something down here. But if that one is negative, we're going to do something else down here. Okay, let's take the case where this is negative. So we copied from what's in index and we subtracted what we have here. We subtracted what we have down here. No, you know what? We could do a bubble sort. Let's start all over. It's technically not a space game. Okay, now we should have kept what they had. Okay, fuck me. Okay, copy from 0. Copy from 0, copy to index, from index, copy to index. Referenced. Jump. If 0, leave. Oops. Copy to index, bump plus index. That's not working. What am I doing wrong here? I didn't bump plus index. There we go. Only problem is, that thing should be there. Okay. So now we have now we've stored our zero terminated string in memory. So now we can go ahead and begin our bubble sort. Which we're gonna do by resetting. And we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it reversed, of course. Yes. Because now we have the end. Yes. So now we are going to bump minus our index. Now we have the last character in. Oh, we need 2 then. Smallest first, biggest last. Okay, so we take this. So we take whatever's in that. We bump minus the index and then we copy from wherever index is currently pointing and we store that in our value field. And then we bump minus index again. And we subtract. Oh gosh. Then we copy from where index is pointing and we subtract that again. Oh god, this is ugly. And we subtract it, and if you subtract it and it's positive, no, this is... Fuck! I thought I had a good idea, but I didn't. Back to square one. Can we clear? Okay, copy from 0. Copy to there. Take from the inbox. Copy it. No, and also copy to index. Copy that to value. Copy from where index is pointing. Subtract value. And if where we're copying from is 0, we need to go out because then we're at the end of the string. At which point it means that the current value we have is largest, so therefore we can copy from value, we can copy it to where index is pointing, and we can then bump plus index, and we can then copy from 0 and copy it to where index is pointing. If I'm trying to learn programming, yeah, we're programming. Okay, so that's that. So now we've expanded the string in case we reach the end. If we do not reach the end, if we get to a case where... Oh god, there's so many cases. Okay. We copy from the index, so we copy what's here and we then subtract the value. So if value is smallest, so if negative, okay, if it's... Oh crap, if it's not negative, that means we need to move on. So we need to bump plus our index and we need to jump up and copy from index. Like so. But if it is negative, we need to go here. And this here is going to be the start of a store loop that's going to... So in this case, we subtracted the value and it got a negative number. No, wait, that means if we got a negative number, that means the value is bigger than what we have. So actually in this case we can do that and that. But if it's positive, if we subtract value and it's positive, that means it's smaller. So in that case we need to then copy where index is pointing. Let's call this one temp. Copy that to temp. Then we need to copy from Grander. Thanks a lot for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. Then we need to copy. Oh, okay. The problem is what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to now take. I'm gonna run through the string, and then when I find where it fits, I'm gonna put it in there. Then I'm gonna move everything up. So that's why I'm then taking the what was in that index, and then storing it in temp, and then I'm copying from value and copying that to index, where index is pointing. And then I need to copy from temp to, can I get away with just copy from temp to value? And then jumping up and saying now we need to then bump plus the index. No, sorry. Bump plus index. No, index! Okay, I want to see what happens now. Let's do this slowly. We're gonna build our empty string. And we're gonna zero our index. We're then gonna take what we have and store it in the value. Then we're gonna copy where we have this. It is a 0, so we're gonna go down here and we're gonna expand the string by 1 because we reached the end, and bump plus the index, and I have then forgot a loop. Because now we then need to go up and go there, I think. Put that down there. Copy from index. And then we're going to expand the string because we reached the end of the string. Oh, but we need to... Before we jump, we of course need to reset the index. like so. So we're gonna end the string, reset the index. Next value. Now it's gonna be interesting here. We're gonna put that down to value. We're gonna copy this. Subtract it. It is not negative. So that now means that we have to do the whole temp thing. So we're gonna take what's in there. We're gonna store that in temp. We're gonna copy that. We're gonna put that up there. Then we're gonna take that. Then bump plus the index. Oh yeah, okay. Then bump plus the index. Then copy from. Actually, we can do this a little bit better if we just copy to that, then bump plus the index, copy from temp to val. Copy from temp to val. Oh god, where am I at? So if we copy that from temp over to the value, and then also we have just bump plussed it, so we also gonna copy it to where the index is currently pointing. No, we're not. That ended the string. Look at that. They're just gonna expand the string like that. Look at that. Okay, we just haven't had the case where when we read from int box, when we reached a 0, we're gonna go all the way down there. Did you see what was happening? It was building the sorted string as we were reading it into memory. It's not the most, I mean, this is a big piece of code in this kind of but it's a lot more elegant, I think, than just like putting everything down and sitting and scrambling it down in memory. Just do it like once. Figure out where it needs to go and then place it in memory. Yeah, so if we get... No, not a negative. If we get a 0, we're gonna go all the way down here. At which point we can now outbox our string by copying from 0 to our index, copy from index, outbox, bump plus index, keep doing that, no, keep doing that, and if we get a 0 here, we are gonna go all the way up there. Okay, let's see this. Okay, let me walk you through what's going on now. First of all, we create our empty string in here, and we're gonna reset our index. We're gonna store our value here, and then we're going to see, oh, we reached the end of the string. We're going to expand the string. There we go. And now we're gonna take the next value. Now, see, this time it's gonna go and say, wait a second, that was smaller. So that means that we now have to temporarily store this, take this up, store it, and then expand the string. So now we're rebuilding the string by storing them in a temporary memory space like that. And we're ending the string. And now we can reset it and go back and take the next one. We're gonna see, is 51 smaller than 30? No, it's not. Let's try the next one. Is 91 smaller than 51? Yes, it is. Store it in temp. Take that up there. Store that. Expand the string again. There seems to be some redundancy around where I could save a little bit. And we're going to make sure the string is zero terminated once again. Oh, that's the end of the string. That means we can reset our index, which actually was already, so there's no reason to reset that. We can save that reset there, I think. And then we can begin to output it. Nice and slow. Now we get a 0. And we have some extra stuff, but it doesn't matter. The next one should handle itself just fine. Because this is now unallocated memory. I mean, there's still data there, but it's not allocated. So we're not using it. We will just override it whenever we need it. Look at him go! That's a lot of numbers to sort, though. So sit back and enjoy. As numbers are being sorted here. We're sorting 47. We're rebuilding the string. I really like this. Not the most efficient sorting algorithm ever, but it works. We are gonna go so much over limit on the steps, but it worked. Oh my god! What? We did the size challenge. What about the speed? Yeah, okay, that was not bad actually. Look at that though. Oh my god. It worked. Awesome. I mean, we were like almost 200 steps over our target, but I mean, who's counting? It's not the fastest sorting algorithm.
Congratulations, you've really become an invaluable instruction follower.
Yes, don't worry, your job is safe. We've replaced you with this electric box.
It's called a computer. It iterates through a list of simple instructions, called a program.
It has a small amount of memory to store data while processing, like tiles on the floor.
It has inputs
And outputs.
Its simple instructions can be used together in infinite combinations to compute just about anything you can imagine.
A truly efficient worker that never sleeps.
It's going to change everything.
Please take your things and enjoy whatever it is you people do out there. Congratulations.
There we go. Okay, that was really nice. Okay, I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Something different again, small bonus stream from time to time where I might not play space games, just play small silly things like this. And if there's any interest in it, we can of course go back and we can do some of those more difficult ones. We did skip one. There are of course lots of those both speed and size challenges that we haven't completed either. So there are still opportunities here, but yeah, let me know what you think about the game, and if you like it, you can buy it on Steam. Otherwise, remember to give the stream a like down below, and subscribe to the channel. Come over on Discord. Wow, it's late. I might be over there for a little bit, but if not, then until next time, I'll see you guys in space.